Stop juggling cables, your desk deserves peace. Today we're revealing the top 7 best iPhone charging station 2026 that can transform your daily charging routine instantly. Welcome to the channel where smart tech meets real-life convenience. Check links in description and grab your favorite pick before stocks run out now. iNIU Wireless Charger Station. A phone battery hitting 1% during an important call has quietly become one of the most frustrating modern interruptions, and most people don't realize the real solution is not a power bank, but where you place your phone. The iNIU Wireless Charger Station enters exactly at that gap. A simple stand, yet it changes how charging feels at home and on the desk. You don't plug in anymore. You just place your phone, and life keeps moving. This 15W fast wireless charging stand supports iPhone 17 down to 12 series, plus Samsung Galaxy S23 to Note 20 in Google devices. In daily use, it removes cable chaos. One motion. One placement. That's it. Especially for those building a clean desk setup or searching for a reliable best iPhone charging station 2026 category upgrade, it quietly fits into that role without trying too hard. Real problem? Most chargers are either slow, unstable, or overheat after long use. iNIU handles heat control better than many budget stands, keeping charging steady even during long nights of use. You can still glance at notifications, take calls, or watch videos while it powers up your device. Compared to basic flat pads, this stand wins on usability. Against premium brands like Anker, it may lack a slightly heavier build, but it often matches them in everyday charging speed at a more approachable price. Who should buy it? Students, office users, and anyone tired of tangled cables or inconsistent charging habits. Downside? It's not foldable for travel, and ultra-thick phone cases may slightly reduce charging efficiency. Still, the feeling it brings is simple: your phone always has a home now. And once that becomes part of your routine, going back to messy cables feels strangely impossible. Anker MagSafe Charger Compatible. Most people don't realize their nightstand is slowly becoming a cable mess factory. The real frustration begins when iPhone, Apple Watch, and AirPods all demand separate chargers at the same time. The Anker MagGo 3-in-1 charging station steps in like a quiet organizer of chaos, offering a single clean dock that handles everything with Qi 2 certified 15W magnetic precision. Instead of hunting cables at night, you just snap your iPhone 17/16/15/14 onto the magnetic stand and let it charge effortlessly while your Apple Watch and AirPods rest beside it. This is where it earns its place in the best iPhone charging station 2026 conversation, not by hype, but by daily relief from clutter and low battery anxiety. Pros: strong magnetic hold, stable stand, compact design, and included adapter that makes setup painless. Downsides: it costs more than basic single chargers, and it is not as travel light as minimalist pads. Compared to a budget 2-in-1 stand from generic brands, Anker wins in stability and ecosystem support, especially for Apple users. Ideal for Apple users who want a single organized charging hub at home or office, especially those tired of tangled wires and scattered power bricks. Once everything clicks into place, charging feels less like maintenance and more like a quiet upgrade to daily life. It removes the small stress of searching for cables in the dark or waking up to dead devices, creating a smoother morning routine that feels effortless and consistent every single day for busy users everywhere. Perfect for modern desks and minimal setups. Clean power changes everything completely. Acer Prime 3-in-1 charging station. Most people don't realize their nightstand is slowly turning into a tangled charging battlefield the moment they buy multiple Apple devices. The Acer Prime 3-in-1 charging station for Apple changes that scene in a quiet but powerful way. It brings iPhone, Apple Watch, and AirPods into one magnetic harmony using MagSafe precision and stable wireless output. Instead of hunting cables every night, you just place everything down and let it align itself like it already knows your routine. This is where frustration turns into ease, especially for people tired of cluttered desks or slow chargers that overheat. Compared to single-device chargers, or even basic docks, this station feels more complete and organized, especially against cheaper 2-in-1 stands that always leave one device behind. The difference becomes obvious in daily use, where speed, alignment, and safety matter more than flashy design. On the downside, it does take a bit more space than ultra-minimal pads, and it is not the cheapest option in its category. But for users deep in the Apple ecosystem, the value quickly outweighs those limits. If you are exploring the best iPhone charging station 2026 category, this unit naturally stands out for its all-in-one structure and reliable magnetic grip. It suits travelers, office workers, and anyone who wants a cleaner, calmer charging setup at the end of a long day. In a world full of scattered cables, this feels like order quietly returning to your space. Once it becomes part of your routine, going back to messy charging setups simply no longer feels acceptable anymore completely. Acer 3-in-1 charging station for iPhone. Most people don't realize their charging setup is silently wasting hours of their week. At first glance, the Acer 3-in-1 charging station looks like just another desk gadget, but it quickly changes how you manage your iPhone, Apple Watch, and AirPods together. The 15W MagSafe alignment locks the phone instantly, removing the frustration of slipping cables and messy tables. This is where the idea of best iPhone charging station 2026 starts feeling real in everyday life, especially for users who juggle multiple Apple devices. Compared to single-device wireless pads, this station reduces clutter dramatically and saves you from constant plugging and unplugging cycles. Of course, it is not perfect. It takes a bit of desk space and performs best when placed correctly for optimal alignment. Still, the convenience of charging 3 essential Apple devices at once outweighs the minor drawbacks for most users. It especially suits professionals, students, and travelers who want a single organized hub instead of scattered charging cables everywhere. If you have multiple Apple devices and value a cleaner setup, this charger eliminates daily frustration and cable chaos. It also competes closely with other premium docks, but stands out for its balance of speed, design, and practicality. Among modern charging solutions, it clearly belongs in the conversation around best iPhone charging station 2026 for its everyday usability. Anyone tired of scattered cables and slow chargers should strongly consider this all-in-one MagSafe hub. Once placed on your desk, it quietly turns chaotic charging habits into a smooth, organized rhythm that you quickly start relying on daily. 3-in-1 charging station for Apple device. A desk once cluttered with 3 different chargers can now be cleared in seconds with one foldable stand that changes everything about Apple charging. Many users still struggle with tangled cables, slow pads, and scattered devices on nightstands, especially when traveling or working late. This 3-in-1 charging station for Apple device steps in as a clean solution, combining Qi 225W fast magnetic power, Apple Watch dock, and AirPods support in a single foldable body. The real relief comes when you realize it replaces multiple bricks, yet still stays compact enough for bags or minimal desks. For students, professionals, and frequent travelers, it removes the need to carry multiple chargers, making daily routines smoother while keeping workspace visually clean and organized, especially for those who rely heavily on Apple ecosystem integration across devices during study, office work, and commuting hours without interruption, creating a truly seamless experience that feels less like managing devices and more like living in order every single day. Compared with older multi-device chargers that heat up or lose alignment, this one keeps steady magnetic hold, though it is slightly pricier than basic stands. If you are using iPhone 17e, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12 Air series along with Apple Watch and AirPods, this setup feels purpose-built for your ecosystem. It naturally aligns with what many call the best iPhone charging station 2026 category, without needing exaggerated claims or hype-driven labeling. Once placed on your desk, it quietly removes charging stress and replaces it with a cleaner, calmer daily rhythm that you notice more than you expect. Intuval Aluminum 3-in-1 wireless charging. Surprising fact, most people still wake up to 3 different cables tangled beside their bed, while a single station can erase that chaos completely. That is where the Intuval aluminum 3-in-1 wireless charging station quietly changes everyday frustration into order. No more searching for separate chargers for iPhone, Apple Watch, and AirPods. One clean aluminum stand handles everything with stable magnetic alignment and fast power delivery. In the category of Best iPhone Charging Station 2026, it feels like a practical upgrade rather than a luxury add-on. Compared to bulky multi-cable docks or cheaper plastic 3-in-1 pads, this aluminum build brings better heat control and a premium desk feel. Travelers, office workers, and minimal desk lovers will feel the difference instantly. Strong magnets, foldable design, and simultaneous charging make daily use effortless and organized. However, it requires a steady power adapter, and it is not the most compact option for ultralight travel packs. If you want a single clean charging hub that reduces clutter and supports all Apple essentials at once, this one fits perfectly. It removes the small daily stress of misplaced cables and low battery warnings. Unlike basic MagSafe stands that only handle phones, this setup completes your entire Apple ecosystem in one place. Once it sits on your desk, it quietly turns charging time into a smooth ritual, making your space look cleaner, your devices ready, and your routine far more controlled than before in a way that feels natural and almost invisible yet deeply useful every single day from modern Apple users everywhere. Truly refined. THREKEY 4-in-1 Qi 2 Magnetic Wireless. Most charging stations fail long before the battery does. What actually breaks is your patience. This is where the THREKEY 4-in-1 Qi 2 Magnetic Wireless Charging Station steps in, reshaping everyday charging into a single calm routine. Instead of tangled cables and misplaced chargers, it delivers a clean dock for iPhone 17 to 12 series, AirPods, and Apple Watch using a 65W adapter that keeps everything alive at once. Compared with a typical Belkin 3-in-1 stand, this Qi 2 system adds faster alignment and more flexibility on bedside or desk use. People often struggle with scattered charging points and slow wireless pads that heat up during night use. This unit fixes that by consolidating power delivery, reducing clutter, and making travel packing effortless for frequent commuters. Downside? It's not the cheapest option, and the stand size may feel slightly bulky on compact desks. Still, for users building what many call the best iPhone Charging Station 2026 setup, it offers a level of integration that basic chargers cannot match. Those who rely on multiple Apple devices daily, students, professionals, and travelers, will benefit most from its all-in-one approach. Its real value shows up at the moment you stop searching for extra cables or separate docks and realize everything has finally converged into one controlled space. That small sense of order changes how you start and end each day. If your current setup feels scattered or outdated, this charger quietly resets the experience without demanding attention, just consistent performance every single time you place your devices down. Every detail feels intentionally refined for modern daily use.